Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stoneface Reactions. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and that is Chey, and we are here to watch some Made in Abyss, where last time our characters were looking down a big hole and thinking, maybe I should go down there.
That's
Well,
it. That's the show.
That's the show.
I find it hard to say this, but
Well,
He really
you
is finding
sure
it hard
did
to
find
say.
it hard to say.
no, it's another instance of you guys, I guess, are sitting on a black page, but I'm sitting on what's probably a 2 seconds in. My 2 seconds in screen just says, I find it hard to say this, but.
Okay.
But I guess to be more precise, last time everyone did their survival training and demonstrated to,
Ozone.
what was her name again? Yeah, Ozan, that they can actually live through stuff, and they captured a hippo and everything. So they got warned that there's a bunch of weird white whistles down there, that they're all weird, and that the white whistle is also a key to go even further down, so it's going to be necessary. Eliza is still alive, and so they should definitely find her down there. She has no doubt about that. And within our very big hole, there's an even smaller hole, and they're going to go down that hole.
Quick correction. It's not Eliza, it's Liza, isn't it?
Is it?
So, yes.
It might be. I probably just added that in because it sounded good.
My question is, who's the dad? Are we gonna meet him? What's that dad like?
Does the dad go down the hole? They don't matter then.
Well, no.
Well, I imagine
we
they did
episode.
because she was pregnant in.
No, remember we learned
right?
last episode what his dad was.
Oh, who?
I can't remember his name, but he dies down there. You remember? You were going on about she was like an angry lesbian or something, Ozan, because she was jealous that Eliza fell in love with this guy.
Yeah, I
remember. Yeah, they very briefly mention it.
Yeah.
And mention that he's dead in the same breath, and that's it. He's gone, he's not a factor of the story.
Well, no, I think he dies protecting Eliza and something. I'm just saying they talked about him last episode. They didn't give him much time, so.
Yeah, again, doesn't seem super relevant to the story yet.
Well, I think the more poignant thing is they didn't put him in the resurrection box, so obviously not that important.
Got him.
Oh, damn. That's gotta be... Liza's looking between, alright, I have my dead husband, and I have my dead kid. Which one am I putting in the box?
Well, I mean, yeah, it's obviously...
either way, you can get a kid back, you know.
Well, that's the mother bear mentality. That if you're starving in the middle of winter, you can always have more kids.
There we go. Theta be the pragmatic one again.
No, that's actually
I was
true.
Being the pragmatic one.
No, I'm saying that's true. It's.
Oh, I know it's true. I just didn't think about it. I would make for an excellent mama bear.
Because you like to eat kids? I don't.
Because I would, if it came to it.
Let's say to follow the train of thought as we've been going.
If it came to it.
Alright. Well, now that we're done throwing kids off ledges or whatever,
in my belly. Alright.
Let's watch these kids throw themselves off a ledge.
I find it hard to say this, but...
Oh yeah, the tearful goodbyes last time.
That's what that little girl said last time.
Goodbye, I hope you fail.
I really like that as a goodbye. It's kind of sweet.
Oh yeah, this is absolutely adorable.
It's like, yo, I really don't want you to fail, but I'll be really happy if you do because we can be friends again.
You're literally the only kids that come down here. Please help.
They don't let children down here.
Oh gosh, they're gonna come back in 7 years have gonna pass and she's like a teenager now. They're still kids.
Oh yeah, I forget that time passes harder the further deep you go.
I love that phrase. Time passes harder.
I was gonna say, or maybe softer because it's not affecting them as much. I don't know.
Time goes hard, real here.
Do a flip.
Oh yeah, this is the video game air event. That's right.
I don't see no flip.
Yeah, the Great Hole is kind of less great now that they're really close up to it, huh? I guess that's perspective.
So I gotta say, I really entered the series expecting like grim dark child murder horror, and I haven't been getting that. But like, I'm still really engaged with the world and the characters. Like, it's like I'm not getting what I expected, but I'm here for it.
Well, I guess in this one, like, we only have 2 kids to die, so we gotta save their deaths, right? But in the second season, like, they showed off all the kids, so clearly a lot of them are gonna die.
I almost skipped the intro on reflex.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sitting here and I'm thinking editor thoughts and not show the. I think it's the more you two talk, the less I have to talk, so I can get more visuals on screen. Because whenever you guys don't watch the show, obviously, so when I put it out there, anytime you talk, I cover up the screen. That's savable screen time to get not copyright strict on. So, yeah, so the more you talk, the less the viewers actually see the show. But, conversely, the less you talk, the more danger I'm in with copyright. So, it's a happy medium I have to meet there.
Alright.
So, if it seems like you guys are talking so much that there's not going to be any show to see, I have to hold it back for the end credits.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to. Don't be self-conscious about it. Say whatever you're going to say. I'm just saying that I held that in to say here because I never show the intro or the outro because that shit always gets flagged.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll try to find a happy medium here with
There's no way you're going to be able to figure that out on your own.
It's no, like you said, I'm going to just do what I'm going to do and it'll be fine. You'll figure it out.
In my head, I only know it because I'm always editing.
The Great Fault. This episode's about me?
I need to see a basket full of squirrels, like in that image. That's got to be in this episode. Back to school.
Oh, like how much scrap.
Wow, I can't believe you accounted for their week of training.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, how does he know?
4,000 meters down, huh?
まったいらじゃねえか。こんなとこどうやって降りるんだ？わからないけど、でもレグはこれを登ってきたんだ。きっとどこかにルートがあるはずだよ。
Nah, just pull out your parachute. Yes! Round squirrels.
Now let me get the logistics of this right. I don't understand scientifically how it would work. But let's say you just decided to dive down, like you had a parachute for safety, that's fine, right? But the further down you go, the worse it gets. So that would all just hit you all at once, right?
Well, I mean, it depends on the speed at which it hits you, because the slowing descent of a parachute might prevent that. Because again, you've seen that there's flying carnivorous creatures even up on second level, so you probably wouldn't survive either way.
Now, the flying carnivorous creatures are also demonstrating something I would think, which is, if you parachute down into this hole, because of air pressure, it'll be denser at the bottom, and eventually, you'll stop falling. Because the parachute will catch, and you'll just be stuck in the middle of the air, and there's nothing you can do.
Well, no, because you'll always still be heavier than air, assuming that gravity is the same.
I like that. That's a pretty neat tactic.
Ozen referring to themselves as weaklings.
I feel like this is the tactic you use in The Forest. The video game.
Hide in caves?
No, there's a giant pit in the forest you have to get down. And you can
go from
cave to cave, or you just try jumping it. And there's just a bunch of caves all the way down.
I'm not gonna lie, this girl is stronger than I am, because I would not have been able to sacrifice those little dudes just for a distraction. Someone else would have had to do it.
Oh look, there's more little dudes though.
I do not have the conviction you need to do something like this.
I need the rabbit girl to come up and go, oh, each of these little dudes turns into one of me. You just killed 5 of them.
You just killed my siblings. That was my brother. No, stop! That's my uncle.
Their meat is tender and delicious.
You know, I kind of appreciate that the show isn't necessarily about descending, it's about the descent. We don't have to sit there and watch them climb all the way down for 3 episodes.
It's about all the cool map paintings.
Why is this relevant right now?
Why
Actually,
is
you
it
never know.
relevant?
Relics can do anything.
I don't understand why you say it's why is it relevant. This has always been relevant.
No, I mean, like, right now you're trying to just find a safe spot and do your thing. Get down. Relics should not be the forefront of her attention. But at the same time, relics can do anything. They might find something perfect to help. If it can revive someone from the dead, I think they can do whatever.
Well, I mean, it's also been at the forefront of her mind all the time, relics. Remember, Reg is a relic.
Oh, like I said, I said my thing, and then I went back on it.
So remember all that survival training where they were supposed to be aware and prepared?
No, you pass out for 10 minutes.
目覚めるまでたっぷり2時間かかる。真相で2時間無力な子供を放置してみなよ。どんな風に食い散らかされるかね。まあ、それでもやらなきゃいけないときは後腐れが残らないように徹底的にやるんだね。相手が誰であろうと周りに何があろうと、その時が来たら躊躇も容赦もなし。
He's hesitating.
迷ってる場合じゃない。今だ。
Boy, I sure hope that doesn't attract the other. Yeah, there it is.
やったー。窓かじゃくってどんな味かな。リコ、聞いてくれ。僕は反動でもうじき眠りに落ちる。2時間だ。その間君は。
During that time, you'll be attacked by monsters all over the place.
Wait, she was there for that explanation. She doesn't need it.
Was she passed out during that time?
Oh, hey, that was the thing for the first episode.
Goes and
Yeah,
threw
it
across
is.
the room.
Oh, is this the part where Reg beats them, or Reg beats them, and then
It's out
it's like
for
a character
revenge.
development moment? Like, oh, you guys are strong enough to beat this thing. Cool. Now, cool. I really like the monster and creature designs in this show.
Now the little guys are getting revenge too. We saw what you did earlier.
They're not having it.
I wonder if Reg is digestible.
I'm shook.
お腹すいた。何か食料を探さないと。レゴをここに置いていけないし。じゃあ行くよレグ。よいしょ。
This is still a terrible idea.
よいしょ。
This would be the perfect time for you to take a nap with him, to be honest. Get your rest in while you can, girl.
Well, no, don't have both people fall asleep.
I know that's not smart, but you know, it looks all right down there.
They were in a safe location for them to do the resting, and now she's just wearing herself out, dragging him around.
Well, you're just assuming it's safe. You have no idea what's ahead of them.
Like I said, it looked safe. That's all I said.
No, I'm commenting to Griff. They're in a safe location.
Oh, okay.
That's not known.
Valid. Oh, are they gonna meet the next white whistle?
They're still watching. Just bonk his head some more. I'm sure he'll remember something.
Have we seen what that thing is she's saying? Barachokas? Are those the little
Not
bunny
sure.
guys?
Also, there's the potato things from before.
And she's already wandered in the Sarlacc pit. She's dead.
Yo, sorry, does that Sarlacc pit use the smell of cooked
She literally
critters
fell
to
for a
lure it in?
pitcher plant.
I don't know anything about pitcher plants. Is that what they do?
Yeah, they lure in insects with a sweet scent, and then they can't escape because the walls are too slippery to get out.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, so that thing kind of... It's a little cute, right? Like, that's okay to think that? It's like a little adorable. It's like a giant fish, like a puffer fish.
Oh gosh, yeah, it sure is.
I like this. It's not just Reg doing everything. This girl's crazy. She'll
Knifing her way
mess you
out of
up.
stomach acid, yeah. And now it deflates.
I'm confused as to why it has a mouth.
That's a good question, too.
You're really just saying things
Save
today
this-
that really just making me stop. You're making Shy.exe quit for a second.
Oh gosh, they're carnivorous after all.
No, they're praising her as a god.
She smells like fruit.
Oh, they're not praising her as a god. Yo, these are their tunnels.
They
I love
just
how they all just like
tumble.
let themselves drop on their face. They're just like, whatever, we'll get back up.
Yeah, lemmings.
Just imagine being a species that just ragdolls.
A ferret?
Fair, fair.
Unrelated, but I have like one of those bendable, like, ferret plushies, and it's hanging actually on the monitor. You guys are
Oh hell
hanging
yeah.
on.
Good choice.
Ferret's not the strongest Pokemon, but it's in my top 15 cutest.
Oh, they must be in Ireland. I think it's the Giant Steps, isn't it?
Well, I mean, those are just random crystalline formations. They can appear in a lot of places around the world. All it requires is a certain way that water falls through different types of sediment.
I feel like I'm at
Giant's
school this
Causeway.
episode. You guys are just giving me a bunch of random facts.
I've got my Wikipedia trivia page up here, and you know, gotta get my trivia facts in every day.
You've got like bullet points for episode 9 of Made in Abyss trivia, like not relating to the episode.
In this episode, she fails to carry Reg around while he's unconscious because she's in fact a little girl. New Fisher review effect.
Now she just literally just saying it's a third door's effect.
Hallucinations.
Yep, as I said in the beginning of the episode.
Glad Ozen came back. Technically.
もういいんだよ、リコ。休むよ。無理すんな。リコ。みんな。
よくやった、リコ。あとは任せろ。
ハボさん。リコ。
Habo.
お母さん。リコ。一緒に戻ろう。オースに。
So, is the Abyss trying to deter her?
Well, I mean, I would assume it's something like, was it like nitrogen deprivation or something like that?
Oh, yeah, that would make sense.
大丈夫。もうお前は呪いを受けない体になったんだ。さあ、着くぞ。
I wonder if Reg can be a victim of hallucinations.
That's a good question. He's unconscious, so we can't know.
He doesn't seem to experience any of the sicknesses, but that would be a fun one. I'd like to see what goes on in his mind.
Yeah, they did already say, like, he'd have to come from really low down and then come up, so maybe he just doesn't feel it.
Oh, wow, there was that other guy that looked like her. You've been talking about them, but I haven't seen. They got, like, Pokemon Elite Four hair. Which is like a stage just under card game protagonist hair.
Whoops, attract another predator.
Did you just...
I think in this case she does actually just mean emotionally. I don't think she's that dense. I don't think she's stupid.
I mean, a lot of the time that she's
well,
been
I mean, I do
protected
think
by
she's
Reg,
dense and
she
stupid.
was unconscious, so it'd be hard to tell for her.
I was about to say, now Reg wakes up, immediately laser beams, and goes right back to sleep.
Nap time. Nah, he's gonna learn how to defend her without the laser.
Superman, there you go.
That is
And now he
continuous
just
explosions.
Yeah, he just explodes forever now.
What a fate.
すまない。遅くなって。おかげで私、いろんなこと考えたの。それでね、分かったの。分かった？一人だったら絶対無理だった。レグのおかげでここまで来れたんだ。ありがとね、レグ。おう。それは僕も同じだ。リコがいたから、二人だから来れたんだ。
I like this zombie child. The zombie and the robot.
深度は6750メートルかな。このトゲトゲは卵だというが、美味しく食べる方法はあるんだろうか。リコ、下に何か見える？ん
Oh gosh, they really did completely strip a couple of those squirrels bare.
Ooh.
Ooh. And then, like, real like lily pads, they have no structural integrity. They're gonna hop on one and just gonna immediately collapse.
Well, they're not lily pads, they're filled with liquid.
Yeah, they're called the Goblet of the Giants because they're filled with water and they're like slightly overflowing.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty.
I mean, it's getting scarier the further down they go. I mean, it's gone from bottomless pit to what the fuck is that down there?
Yeah, now we're getting into each layer is something weird, creepy, and impossible to really deal with. Whereas up above, it's just like, oh yeah, this is just like weird ecosystem. That's fine, right?
Well, I mean, remember, you still got like the floor of the Restless Dead or whatever the fuck it was coming
Oh
up too.
gosh, yeah. It's the point where it is transitioning to be specifically magical only.
Well, I don't know about magical, but I mean, not
Oh,
natural.
oops.
There's the
So,
floor we're about to get to.
I have this idle game running while we're doing our thing right now,
Mm-hmm.
and I had let it play an ad so I could get some free shit, and I forgot to confirm after the ad, so it's been sitting here doing nothing except taking up fucking
Oh no.
CPU power this whole
All
time.
it's been doing is running its Bitcoin miner. Oh.
Yeah, right? There's been this game that's been like aggressively advertising me on Facebook since it came out 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And they've just been real shameless about like, yo, we're not the best, but we're all right, you know, give us a try. And I'm like, you know what?
Alright, here's the lowest we've seen so
All
far. I imagine we're about to encounter the rabbit girl too.
It's a lot spikier.
Well, we've seen the rabbit girl in the ending around the floor with the like the
excuse me?
goblets.
Oh, okay, I see. I forgot to turn off auto next. Haha.
So yeah, that's my thoughts. I'm trying to divert us away from the auto-click game.
No, sorry. Honestly, as far as this episode goes, I really like it because it was a growing moment for what's our main girl's name? Rinko?
Yeah.
Rinko? Yeah.
Rico.
Rico, thank you. It was a real growing moment for Rico. She was like, oh, oops. And you know what? I'm there for that. I like it when our characters have a moment where they're like, oh, I'm the dickhead. Oops.
Like I said, most of the times that Reg has saved her, she's been unconscious, so...
Yeah,
she
you
might
are right
not
about that.
have any conscious thoughts about the danger that she's been in, because she just wakes up and she's safe.
She hasn't been around for most of it, yeah.
Kind of more focus on survival than on like, oh right, human interaction, communication. I should say thank you.
But I really like that moment for her. I really like our boy Reg. He knew he had to use the laser there, and he's like, okay, look, here's the plan. And he was set. He was ready for it. She just didn't listen.
Well, I mean, he didn't have to, as we come to find out.
Yeah.
He could have used
now,
the pick
now
thing.
yeah, but both of them now realize they have more means than just this one tool, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
It was good for both of them. And I'm gonna be honest, I recently, for something I'm doing privately, wrote a character who's using a weird fantasy mecha pickaxe. So I was real happy about this. I was like, inspiration.
Hell yeah, there you go. Just show them the scene, it'll all work out. It's like,
No,
we want that.
No, straight up, because like I was throwing this around to people and they're like, oh, that's really original, that's kind of cool. So now I'm gonna go like get a picture of this pickaxe and be like, hey guys, guess what I accidentally wrote? It behaves extremely differently, but you know, the fundamental values are actually there. It's a pickaxe that had a trigger and it did shit when you pulled it.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think.
Yeah, no, I loved this episode. I liked all the different zones they went through and saw this time. I liked this episode. It had a lot of everything.
You know what? Funny thought, is this the first episode where they've encountered a creature that does not want to eat or kill them?
Well, I mean, they did want to kill them in a minute. And eat them.
I mean, there's still just like a bunch of squirrels swarming her. It didn't really get very far.
You again didn't watch ReZero then. Or one of the major villains is a rabbit that eats people.
But still, like these random squirrels, which I don't think they actually name in the episode, they were generally peaceable.
Unless
you smell like their food.
Unless you smell like food, like every other animal and everything else down there. But yeah, no, this was interesting, just seeing some other features of the ecosystem other than purely hostile creatures.
Well, the abyss is hostile. I mean,
I think I don't know. I just like this episode. I think it did a good. This episode kind of solidified the world that they've been building. I feel like they've been telling us a lot about, hey, this is how the world is. This is how it works. Y'all are gonna mess up down there. And I think that the show kind of nailed in, like, yo, even if you finish off the one, guess what? There's always something coming after you down here. And I think they got that across.
Well, this one also did the element of the environment being scarier than before. Because the level that they came from was still bright and green and lively, and it had outridden elements that were dark where you had to use your light. And now we're going down, and it's smoky, it's dark, there's caves, and then the open areas are also dark now too. The environment itself is becoming as hostile as the creatures.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, at what point do we start to question, wait, where's the light coming from?
Well, I mean, we've already pointed out before that the theory is that the entire abyss is artificial anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the ship in the wall kind of cements that a bit too, that something is going on here, because if a ship fell into the hole, it wouldn't embed itself in a wall.
Yeah, and we do have that information about, like, the ancient civilization that made the relics too, so you got that also. Yeah. Assuming it's not part of a artificial simulation,
and the force field on above that was providing light before, which is now too deep to have it. And all the weird, clearly artificial structures poking out of the walls as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not just the
two
ship.
episodes.
Actually, now that you're saying that, the show does a lot of visual storytelling, right? Like, 100%. It'll show us things, and it's not going to tell us what's going on. It's there for you to fill in the gap yourself, and I love when a series does that. Mm-hmm. Like when Theta and I were originally watching the beginning of Summertime Render, what we loved is that the show would give you an answer, but that answer is going to give you more questions. Mm-hmm. And that's what a good series that's trying to keep your attention will do. And the visual storytelling in Made in Abyss really does that. Especially like we were just talking about the ship in the stone wall face, you know? There's just so much going on and so many things that it could be just because this universe is so strange. And
it's the story of those ancient teenagers who went for a joyride in their parents' boat, you know?
And you know, it very much could be that.
Because, I mean, like, one of my favorite sci-fi novels, I think it was called Far Shore. It's been a while since I read it. I mean, very much begins with the farmers digging up land. I can't remember, I think a new reservoir or something. And finding what seems to be a modern boat. Very deep underground. Carbon dating it, and it's like basically from like the time the dinosaurs were around. And it's also got like super advanced materials in it.
Time travel gone wrong?
No, actually.
Time travel fishing.
There's like a dome, and the dome can send you places. Like one of the places is a very creepy funhouse type place.
Oh, okay.
Where like it's introduced that there's an invisible creature that's actually found its way back to Earth because it follows them through. Or they go through and immediately the people that sent through die because it's on a space station out in deep space with no windows or anything.
Okay.
So the people that get sent there just immediately die.
Damn.
It's just it's a place, it's just dome that goes over. The emphasis of the story is actually they found it on Indian land. So now the Indians are claiming that it belongs to them.
I do like the explanation of why haven't aliens contacted humans, and the answer is because they're fishing.
Well, yeah, I think the concept in the story was that this was like basically like a retreat. Like they came here to relax and vacation back before humanity existed.
Mm-hmm.
That would make sense.
Yeah, see, that makes perfect sense.
Well, I mean, I get a lot of that in my stories. The Hichi saga, which featured aliens that seeded a lot of planets throughout the galaxy, and they seeded Earth too, except they seeded it for the Neanderthals. They didn't anticipate humanity.
Mm-hmm.
Going back a little bit to the visual storytelling thing. So I started watching a little bit of Keep Your Hands Off Aizoken, just because I'm like, oh, this looks
nice.
cute, and that'd be fun to watch a little bit. And that show's like really meta. The characters in it are literally talking about the show from the animator's perspective about exactly what they're doing right then and there, which is amazingly fun for me. But they go deep into the same thing of like you have to do the visual storytelling. You have like the windmill and it's spinning, but you need to have like visualize the air currents moving past and all this. You need to like show off like this beautiful landscape here where all the little hidey holes are and like proc people's imagination about what is going on here in this weird universe. So yeah, the same vibe is kind of like over here. The entire design of everything that's going on in the background is almost more of the actual series here than like just the kids' story of them going down deeper and deeper. We're here exploring slowly this environment, and it's just fun to see more.
So Griff is at least 3 episodes into Aizoken, is what I'm hearing.
2. I've watched 2.
I couldn't remember because I thought
they
were repairing the shed in episode 2.
Or maybe it was 3.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's been a minute.
I appreciate that we've been bringing up Aizoken a lot in Yuri Deco, and for anybody who's just watching Made in Abyss, it just seems like Griff is bringing it up out of nowhere.
Oh, definitely. But I don't know. Basically what I'm saying here is I like the way the show is executing. I feel like at least since I've joined, right? There's been a lot of complaints in the shows about execution because a lot of them they start strong and don't follow up. But I find Made in Abyss's pacing, everything just feels like it's going smooth. Like I'm comfortable with the way everything's happening. In terms of pacing, writing, execution, etc.
Yeah.
I'm really loving this.
All right. So I think that is most of our concluding thoughts. Lady, got any last words?
Census fail.
There you go. Theta needs to reboot, and we'll go ahead and end off here. This has been Stoneface Reactions, everybody. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and that is Chey, and we'll catch you next time. See you, everybody. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video and what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?